Ma'am, that'll be $80 total. Will that credit or cash?
I don't have any money.
You homeless bum! You got no money and you still ordered all this food? I'll teach you a lesson!
A young woman walked into a restaurant one day and ordered a full table of food. But when it was time to pay, she quietly said, "I'm sorry, I don't have any money." The owner immediately got angry. "So you're trying to dine and dash?" The girl quickly said, "I can wash dishes. I can help out here. I can work as a server. I'll do whatever I need to do to make up for it." The owner looked at her and could tell she really had nothing. The restaurant was also packed that day, so he sent her to the back to wash plates and clean up. By the end of the day, the owner noticed she was sharp, hard-working, and very obedient. So he said, "Why don't you stay here and work for me? I'll give you meals and a place to stay." A month later, the owner asked her, "You're smart, quick, and capable. So what really happened that day? Why couldn't you pay for your meal?" The girl said, "I had just graduated and moved to Los Angeles. Right after I found a place to stay, I realized I had lost all my money. I spent 2 days looking for work, but every place I found held back the first month's pay. I was starving, so I could only think of this way to get one full meal and hopefully find a job that came with food and housing." One day, a man in a designer suit walked into the restaurant. He ordered a classic American breakfast. After he finished eating, he called the girl over to pay and handed her his bank card. She looked at it and asked, "You're not from the States, are you?" The man looked a little surprised, but said nothing. She smiled and asked, "Was everything to your satisfaction?" This time the man replied, "The breakfast here is excellent, very authentic, but there's one thing. When serving Western food, you have to be careful with the details. The fork goes on the left, the knife goes on the right. You really shouldn't mix that up." The girl said calmly, "I know, but I noticed you favor your left hand, so I switched them for you on purpose." The man frowned slightly. "How did you know I'm left-handed?" She replied, "When you were reading your magazine, you turned the pages with your left hand. And the reason I asked whether you were American was because your card is from a British bank." The man looked even more impressed. "I've eaten in restaurants all over the world, and unless I mention it beforehand, it's rare to see someone pay attention to that level of detail." The girl smiled and said, "It was nothing, just a small courtesy." The man asked, "I used to live in London for years. You're very observant. Would you like to work for me as my assistant? I'll pay you $8,000 a month." The girl answered, "I appreciate the offer, and I am interested. But this restaurant owner helped me a lot. He's short-staffed, and I can't just leave right now, so I can't give you an answer today. If you need someone immediately, I'll have to respectfully decline." The man smiled even more. "No rush. My name is William Carter. Here's my card. What's your name?" The girl replied, "My name is Emma. You can call me Emma." Mr. Carter walked out of the restaurant thinking, someone this detail-oriented, grateful, and not blinded by money. That's exactly the kind of assistant I need. A month later, Emma came to work for him. Mr. Carter wanted to test how capable she really was, so he told her, "Go downstairs and see whether anyone nearby sells printer paper." 30 minutes later, Emma came back and said, "The office supply store downstairs sells printer paper for $6 a ream. Each ream has 500 sheets. They currently have 15 reams left in stock. Based on what I found out, our company uses about 20 reams a month. We were already running low, so I went ahead and bought the 15 they had. Also, because our usage is pretty high, next time we should buy directly from a wholesaler. Here's the supplier's business card." Mr. Carter nodded with satisfaction and said, "Keep it up. I'm counting on you." After a year of hard work, Emma proved herself again and again and consistently ranked at the top. So Mr. Carter promoted her to sales manager. Most people stay poor because they live by the rules their entire lives. No matter how hard you work or how much you save, your expenses keep going up, and you're always just one emergency away from going bankrupt. That's why I've been training my mind for years to see things the way rich people do, and I learned all of this from one book, Make More Money. Making money is the easiest thing in the world. Get your business model right, and the money flows to you automatically. If you want more money-making ideas, I strongly recommend you read Make More Money. After reading it, you'll break out in a cold sweat. You'll realize your old way of thinking was locked up like you were in chains. A person's mindset is worth more than $1 million. If you want 2026 to truly be your fresh start, I urge you to read this book. It won't make you rich overnight, but it will teach you to think like a wealthy person and use that mindset to make money and solve real problems in life. Stop believing the nonsense that hard work alone changes your life. You don't get rich by working a single job. What poor people lack most isn't money. It's the truths rich people never easily share. If you put money and a bone in front of a dog, the dog will always choose the bone, because it has no idea that money can buy far more bones. If you're sick of the chaos and mediocrity of 2025, this book is exactly what you need right now. Whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or even 50s, if you have even the slightest desire to make more money, you owe it to yourself to read this book. For young people, this book could be the biggest turning point of their lives. Tap the orange shopping cart. It has already changed countless lives. Next, it could be yours.